Morning, LinkedIn and YouTube. How are you guys doing? This is Maria Malik, your public speaking and corporate speaking coach. Very excited for this video today because I know this is a problem that many of you have. It's coming up over and over again when I'm working with my clients, and it's coming up over and over again just when I'm talking to you guys in general, asking you guys for some ideas. And that is how to make small talk with your colleagues. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to go over lots of different things that you guys can do. And I am also going to give you specific phrases and examples of what you can talk about. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get started in just a few minutes, but do say hi to me in the chat box. It's been a minute, you guys. It's been a minute since I've done a live. I have just been extremely busy. I am also going on vacation for a while, so I've been planning that. Super excited. And then with working with my clients and just all that. So I've been super busy, but as soon as I'm back from vacation, I'm going to pick this up again. And I have lots of new stuff planned for you guys, so I cannot wait to share it with you. Do say hi. Hi, Tamika, Neha, Fiona, Rocky, Bisty. Where are you dialing in from, by the way? What part of the world are you from? Let me know. Just the fact that we can do this, it still amazes me that I can get, you can just come online and be in touch with people from another part of the world. Crazy, right? Let me know, where are you watching from? What country are you in? What city? Do let me know if you don't know already. I am in Southern California. I live in Irvine. Beautiful. It's beautiful here. So we have people from Florida, New Jersey, Canada. I'm a fellow Canadian here, San Francisco, Dubai, Vegas, Toronto, UK, Venezuela. Awesome. So happy to have you guys here. So before I continue, I do want to let you guys know I'm hosting my last masterclass tomorrow, where I will be teaching you the 3 steps that you need to take to become a better speaker and to get promoted faster just by changing the way that you speak. So if you want to join me on my last masterclass, if you haven't been able to make it before, this is your chance, you guys. It's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard. All you have to do is sign up at www.speakatwork.com. Again, www.speakatwork.com. This is going to be my last masterclass for quite a while, for at least 2 months. I'm going on vacation. My sister's getting married. I have all this stuff happening. So I'm going to have to take a break from these masterclasses. So last one, you guys, tomorrow. Do join me. Very excited to present for you guys tomorrow. So let's start talking about our topic today, which is how to make small talk with your colleagues. How many of you guys like your colleagues? Let me ask you that. Do you like your colleagues? Do you work with cool people? Or are they just not so nice? What are your colleagues like? Let me know in the chat box, because I've experienced it all, you guys. Experienced pretty much all of it, okay? And it's very interesting. Office politics and all that stuff. It's not easy, right? But at the same time, these are the people that you spend so much time with, which is why it is important to get along with them. So I was working with one of my clients recently, and she said, she moved to a new country. The culture is a little bit different. So she feels like they're always talking about stuff that she has no idea what they mean, and she has no idea how to get in. So I thought this would be a great topic to cover, because building good relationships with your colleagues can be very beneficial for you and for them, right? It just makes being at work a little bit more fun, right? And sometimes you can make some good friendships out of it, right? But I do want to say, your colleagues are not your friends at the end of the day, so you still have to maintain some sort of boundaries, okay? But let's talk about it. So if you've started at a new company, or you've moved to a new country and you've started, or a new city, you're at a new company now, the culture is very different, and every workplace has its own culture too, which just complicates things even more, right? But what do you do? So you do want to try to make some friends, right? Some of these colleagues, it would be nice if they are your friends, but these are work friends. They're not your buddy friends that you share everything with, right? So be very cautious of that. Let's talk about some of the things that you should be talking about with them. The first thing that you want to do with your colleagues is try to find some sort of commonality. Okay? What does that mean? Commonality, something that you do and something that they also do. Okay? For example, something very generic that most people do is a lot of people watch TV. They watch Netflix, right? So after you do the whole, hi, how's your day going, and all of that, right? Get into talking about television shows. For example, hey, by the way, have you seen this show? Or ask them for recommendations. I have a lot of time open this weekend, so I was thinking of just watching some television or watching some Netflix. Is there any show that you're watching? People are very, very passionate about TV shows. It's almost like a cult. Every show has like its own cult following. So ask your coworkers, hey, what TV show are you watching? Is it any good? Which one do you recommend? Okay, ask them this because they're going to be so excited to talk to you about that. And people love talking about their own personal stuff, right? By personal, I don't mean like very personal, but they like talking about themselves and what they're doing and what they're not doing. So by you giving them that opportunity, they are now going to form a bond with you. You will instantly become more likable. And they're going to say, okay, yeah, I really like this person. I really like Tamika. I really like Vasco, right? I really like Ali because he asks me all these questions and it makes me excited talking to him about it, okay? This is the reason why this is so important. Finding commonalities is that's just how we all connect and that's how we bond. It's very hard for you to connect with someone that you have nothing in common with, correct? Let me know if you agree with that. Do you think that you can connect with someone that you have nothing in common with? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I am reading the chat. I am still trying to just stay on track. How to find a person in good first meeting. Okay, we're going to talk about meetings, but I hear some of you guys are saying yes. Yes. Okay, great, right? I think it just makes your life that much easier when you find commonality, right? And sometimes you have to look for it. Sometimes it's not just going to come very easy. So do a little bit of digging, okay? TV shows. What is something else that people love talking about? People love talking about their kids, right? That's something you can always bring up. How are your kids doing? How many kids do you have? How old are they? What are they like? That's one. Or another one could be people love talking about their pets. If you have a pet, I have a dog. So if anytime I see somebody with a dog, instantly connection, right? I've made so many friends where I live, and I just moved here a year ago. I have made so many friends just because I have a dog and they have a dog, right? Sports is a great one, right? For people that are sports enthusiasts. If you like a team, if you like a certain type of sport, talk about that sport with them, okay? This is, again, it's all small talk, right? And you have to be able to differentiate between small talk and other things, like Bissy here is saying politics. So Bissy, I would highly recommend not talking about politics with your colleagues because people are very emotional when it comes to politics. Okay, so you don't want to talk about politics because chances are you're going to, depending on where you live. So if you live in a place like America, people are on two opposite ends of the spectrum typically, right? So it's just going to cause a little bit more friction. So maybe avoid talking about politics, okay? How's life going? Life is great, Mohammed. And you guys, have you guys noticed I'm standing now? I got a stand-up desk, finally. My back was literally killing me. It was killing me from sitting all day and working. So I was like, all right, you know what? I think it's time to invest in a stand-up desk so I can like move around and you guys can see me a little bit better now. So I'm very happy about that. And it's great for public speaking, right? You have to be able to move around and use your body and everything, okay? So let's get back on track. And by the way, if you are just joining me right now, I do want to invite you to my last masterclass that I'm hosting tomorrow at 11 a.m. The masterclass is going to be about 3 steps that you can take to get promoted faster, especially if you are an introvert like myself. So do join me tomorrow, okay? And I will see you guys then, because I'm not going to be hosting one for a good 2 months just because I have a couple of things going on. Don't stand too long. Your feet will hurt. Honestly, Allie, I'd rather have my feet hurting than my back, because the past 6 months I've just been sitting and it's been so bad, but thank you for your concern. All right, let's get back to our topic again, which was making small talk with your colleagues. Okay, so we talked about commonalities, some things that you need to look for. What do you guys think? What are some other things or other stuff that you guys can talk to your colleagues about? Let me ask you this. Should you be talking to your colleagues about work? What do you guys think? Is it okay to talk to your colleagues about work? And I mean outside of meetings. I'm saying if you guys are out for lunch, right? You guys are just hanging out. Is it a good idea to talk to your colleagues about work? What you are doing, how it's going, what you like, what you don't like. Is that a good idea? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna give you 1 minute. There's a little bit of a lag. So what do you guys think? I have a few people saying yes. Okay, all right. Okay, so when it comes to work, I have most people saying yes. And I'm surprised at that. I'm very surprised. Wow, very surprised. So you guys, do not talk about work with your colleagues, okay? Most people you don't have to worry about, but there are some people out there that will push you under the bus as soon as they get the opportunity. So do not talk to them about work. Do not tell them what you like about work, about your job. Do not tell them what you don't like. Do not comment on what you think about your boss, right? Do not tell them what your next move is or what is the next thing that you are trying to get into. Do not tell them any of that, okay? Let me tell you guys a story, okay? And I can't believe I'm sharing this with you because I've experienced it all, you guys. When I say I've experienced it all, I was in the workforce for 10 years. So I have seen it all with colleagues. So I had this one colleague, right? I'm just very naive sometimes. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. She's my friend. I can talk to her about anything. So I told her that I wasn't happy at the job and that I wanted to move to a different role. Okay. I told her that. And guess what? This person that I thought was my friend, I confided in her. I remember we were just sitting down having lunch and I told her, you know, I'm just really not happy here. Like, I don't know, something's not right about this job. Like, I'm just not happy. I completely spilled my guts, told her everything about my job and what I thought of it, right? And then what happens? What do you think she does? Am I stuck? It looks like this is moving, so give it a second. Okay, so do you know what she did? And I thought she was my friend. So I guess at some point, eventually, she told my boss, right? She told my boss that I was not happy at my job, my manager, okay? And how did I know this? This one time during a one-on-one with my boss, I was just sitting there and she was like, oh, so I heard that you are not happy at this job. And I was like, what? Oh my God. I was like, who did you hear that from? And she was like, well, that's besides the point. Are you not happy at this job? And I was like, wow. I knew that I had only told that one person, right? That's how I knew. Oh my God. She went and told my manager, my boss, that I am not happy at this job. And what do you think that did? That caused so much friction between me and my boss, you guys. That's a whole other story for later that I would love to share with you at another time. But that's what your coworkers and colleagues do. That's why I say they are not your friends. I learned the hard way. They are not your friends. They are just coworkers, right? It's fine to go for lunch with them, but keep it to small talk. That means no talking about work, okay? No talking about work whatsoever. So let's talk about what you can actually say, right? Another thing that you want to always bring up is people love talking about the weekends, right? Everybody's looking forward to the weekends. So ask them, what are you doing this weekend? And they're going to tell you, okay. You can also ask them, hey, what is good to do around here? Ask them for recommendations. People love giving recommendations. Oh yeah, I've tried this hiking spot this one time. It was amazing. You have to go. Okay, great. Make sure you actually do that thing after, right? And if you do, come back and tell them about it. Say, thank you. Oh my gosh. So that place you told me about, the hiking spot down the street, oh my God. I went the other day with my husband and it was fantastic. The views were amazing. When you come back and tell your colleague that, it makes them feel proud of themselves. It makes them feel happy that, okay, I gave her a recommendation. She went, she liked it. And first of all, she respected my recommendation by actually following through with it. And then instantly you become a little bit more likable, right? And you guys, I know some people say, hey, you don't have to be liked by everybody, but in the workplace, you do have to be liked, right? It is important to be liked because it's going to help you make sure that the peace is kept inside the office, and you spend so much time there, right? Most of you guys, like, how much time do you spend in your workplace? Let me know, because when I was working at Stanford, it took me almost 1 hour to drive to work, and then I was there from 8:30 to like 4:30. That's a long day, right? So I was spending more time with my colleagues than my husband, right? So Mo, can you speak some words in Hindi or Urdu? So I don't speak Hindi, but I do speak Urdu. What do you want me to say? I'm actually really good at Urdu. So मोहित, मुझे उर्दू काफ़ी अच्छी आती है, बल्कि घर में मेरी मामा कहती थी कि उर्दू के सिवाय कुछ नहीं बोलना, इसलिए मैं और मेरे सिबलिंग्स हम सब आपस में उर्दू में बात करते हैं और मुझे उर्दू बहुत पसंद भी है. Okay? Was that good or not? Let me know. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a while, so it could definitely get a little bit better. But let's move back to coworkers, right? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the drive. How long do you guys spend at work? Typically maybe 8 hours, right? 8 hours, 9 hours. If you're working overtime, you might even be spending more time there. So you want to make sure that you are likable there. That it is really important, you guys. Make sure you are likable. My Urdu is almost similar to Hindi. Is it? You know what? It's been a while. Like, I talk to my mom maybe once a week, and she's the only one that I talk to in Urdu now. Sometimes my siblings, but we sometimes switch to English. So I feel like I'm losing it a little bit, and I don't want to, because I want to be bilingual. And I also speak a little bit of French, so trilingual. But yeah, languages, you guys. How many languages do you guys speak, by the way? Let me know. Does anyone speak French here? Does anybody speak French? Français? Parlez-vous français? Any of you speak French? I'm Canadian, so we were kind of taught French, and I lived in Montreal for a little while. So the French, I understand it, but it's a little bit harder speaking it. But yes, so you guys, let me know, how many languages do you speak? And this is something interesting too that I have noticed now working with so many clients. When you speak one language, right, it's sometimes hard to switch from one language to English when you're at the workplace, and there's like a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a pause, and sometimes you have to just really, really think about it. Do I speak Punjabi? So Zamir, my parents are from Lahore, so they speak Punjabi at home, but for some reason they taught us Urdu, and I'm so mad at my mom for that, because I think Punjabi is so cool. It's such an amazing language, and I see my parents speaking Punjabi with them, like with each other, and it's like, it's the most beautiful thing. Like, I love Punjabi, but unfortunately I do not speak Punjabi. We have some people here that speak Arabic, French, and English. Very nice, very nice. Awesome. All right, you guys, back on topic. I know we're getting a little carried away now, but for anyone that is just joining us, hello, and do join me tomorrow on my last masterclass, you guys. I'm very excited because it's the last one, so I'm hoping to make it even better. All right, so I told you guys a bit of my experience, right, with my colleagues. So after that happened, after my coworker went and told my boss that, oh my God, Maria doesn't like working here, etc., it caused so many problems between me and my boss because she just thought, oh, she's not grateful, she doesn't like this job, she's not here, which I don't think a boss should be like that. First of all, if you should have a boss that kind of understands, hey, if you're not happy here, let's see where else we can move you, or let me help you get your next job. Like, that's what I would do, right, as a boss. But anyways, right, not everybody's like that. So yes, small talk, keep it at small talk. Do not deviate from that. Do not talk about work. Do not talk about your boss. Do not talk about things that you like about your job. Do not talk about your coworkers, because word gets around. It's so crazy. Office politics. Some things you do want to talk about instead are, we talked about a few things. Someone mentioned a restaurant, right? People love food. Talk about, hey, is there a new restaurant that you think I should try, right? People love giving recommendations. You can even talk about TV, right? People love TV shows. Netflix, hey, what are you watching on Netflix right now? Let me know. I would love to start a new show, right? And what else? What else? So children, people love talking about their children. People absolutely love talking about their children, you guys. And why wouldn't they, right? It's their lives, right? They give everything to their kids, and kids are so cute. So of course, people like talking about their children. If someone doesn't have children, maybe they have a pet. Talk to them about their pets. I can talk about my dog, you guys, like 24/7. He's sleeping luckily right now, so I can get through this, but talk about these things. Make sure you know what small talk is. Someone even said sports. Sports is a great thing to talk about, right? People that love sports are so passionate about it, and that's small talk, okay? So keep it to small talk. Keep it on these topics. Do make some friends at work, but remember, these are my work friends, so you still have to maintain some of those boundaries. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what else you would like for me to talk about. And like I told you guys, I worked in the workforce for almost 10 years. So I have every type of experience possible. I have gone through it all, right? And what I teach you guys is really from my 10 years of experience in the workplace and so many other things. But let me see, let's take a few questions. How much should we talk about small talk? So Vasco, you want to keep it so that you're just having a little bit of a conversation, right? You don't want to get into it too much. Is Gray Man any good? I have been wanting to watch that. Is it out? Is it out? David, is it out today? They said 22nd, right? Oh wait, today's the 22nd. Okay, I am watching The Gray Man today. I am so excited for that movie. But do you see what I mean? Like, when you bring up movies, TV shows, Netflix, people get so excited about it, right? So that's something great to talk about. So sorry, Vasca, going back to your question, how much small talk should we make? Obviously, do not let it get in the way of your work. Keep it to a few exchanges back and forth. What kind of TV show are you watching right now? Is there something that you recommend? Yes, I do recommend watching, let's see, what is a show that's popular right now? Stranger Things, right? Oh, okay, what's it about? They're going to tell you what it's about. Okay, great. Go and watch it and then tell them about it. Be like, hey, thank you so much for that recommendation. It was such a good show. I'm completely hooked on it. Okay? So these are the type of things you want to talk about. That's how much you want to keep it at. Awesome. Great. Thank you. Right? Do not share your whole life story with them. Do not share that you do not like your job with them. Okay? Because that's going to come back and bite you in the butt. So don't do that. All right? Okay, you guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow at my live masterclass. Very excited. It's the last one that I am doing. That's why I'm emphasizing on this. If you have not been able to watch it in the past, here is your chance. It is tomorrow. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will see you guys there. It's going to be 1 entire hour of me teaching you all the tips, tricks, techniques that I have learned through my 10 years at being in the workplace, in the workforce, that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.